Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome to another video reaction, and today we're going to be reacting to a documentary? Question mark? This was recommended by one of my lovely Patreons, Archangel. I honestly don't know exactly what I'm in for. What I have gathered is that it's gonna be visually stunning. The description for this says, and I quote, "A paralyzingly beautiful documentary with a global vision, an odyssey through landscape and time that attempts to capture the essence of life. Baraka." So, the documentary is called Baraka, and it came out I think in 1992, and that's the extent of my knowledge, but I am super excited to see what this is about. Before we jump into this reaction, guys, as always, I do need to give a special shout out to my amazing Patreons. Chuck Luferin AK, Archangel Berry Switch, Heather Nettles, Mars of France, Precious Lily White, Machiavellia John, Prince Tulip, and Jesse. Thank you guys, as always, for being Patreons of the channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. For anybody who'd like to check out the Patreon, the link is in the description down below, guys. For full-length reactions, TV and show recommendations, and other Patreon exclusive benefits, you can head down to the link down below. Give this video a like, guys, if you've been enjoying these reactions, and consider subscribing if you're new. But yeah, let's not waste any more time, guys. Let's jump right into Baraka. I like this name. Let's go. How I love the sound of like flute-like instruments, like the one that is being used here. Damn, they just blinded me. The fuck? This is a perfect representation of me taking a bath. This is a bit unnecessarily epic so far, bro. Shall I try pronouncing some of these cities? I'm gonna do a terrible job and it's gonna be pretty funny, I feel like. That was Kathmandu. Stunning. That shot specifically reminded me so much, if any of you guys know, the video game called Journey. Yeah, this documentary going to be just them flexing these beautiful shots that they have. The music is going so hard, bro. This speaks to my soul. Bro, for a second, I thought that was his skin, bro. I almost freaked the fuck out. I thought he had ripped his skin open and put buttons on it. Okay, so we've transitioned to Turkey. Is it going to capture religious practices and imagery mainly? Now we're in Saudi. Stunning. Why we stop making these buildings as humans? Iran has been in the news lately. Bro, so has Israel. The fact that those two were back to back is kind of crazy right now. Now we're going all over the place. And it's seamless, right? I believe done on purpose. I will say, if nothing else, and this is not a religious talk at all, I support everybody having their own religious beliefs. But if anything, religion does offer for some beautiful imagery in many ways, both architecturally and with shots like this, practice-wise, shrine-wise, ritual-wise. Now this, listen, I am a big urban, what is the term, the official term, urban hell? I love that, the ambience of an urban hell setting. I'm gonna be honest, similar to how I love a post-apocalyptic urban setting. Just as I was done talking about how come we've stopped building these amazing, hyper-detailed, glorious temples that we saw in the beginning. Next sentence, I'm like, I love nearly collapsed buildings of like cement. Listen, everything has its own like beauty, like this one here. Are you kidding me? If anything, this does make me want to travel to all the places that I'm seeing here. This is gorgeous. In Cambodia, the pre-Khan temple. Just imagine the civilizations that inhabited this area right here. And now I'm back to like, why did we stop building like this? The sound design? I'm in awe of this. What the hell? What? Guys, I don't know if you'll be able to capture this in the reaction, the sound design. What was this ritual for? Part of me would hope that this was an actual documentary so that they could explain to me what the hell that was that I just experienced. It was unbelievably beautiful. But part of me enjoys that it's like it's left like they just like here, and that's it. Okay, this looks like a sandworm from June, but it's an active volcano. Fuck. You can hear the helicopter. We call it helicus. I'm forgetting the English word for it, but the thing that spins. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Probably it was, because the sound design in this movie is just pristine. So I'm not thinking that the sound of that just escaped. But that kind of reminded me that, like, yeah, that's a helicopter shot. It's not a drone shot like we have today. It's a helicopter shot. Are these... Bro, these are clouds or waves? What are these? Because they look like clouds, but they kind of like look like waves too. That's crazy. Or is it just steam? The fuck? And it's just showing us like the fucking earth, bro. This documentary is like, here, this is the space that you inhabit. This is this flying rock that you exist in. You little ant. Look at the greatness that you just happen to be breathing in at this moment in time, and you'll be gone and nothing of you will remain but this beauty that exists around you. One thing I love, by the way, is cities built on top of rocks, just kind of like as a concept. Architecturally, again, I think it's beautiful. As a writer, if I like do some type of world building scenario, I'll probably always have a city built in that type of style. Okay, now this is like aliens. This is what this is, clearly. Look at the detail. What tribe is this? Stunning. Everything about this is stunning. Also, they're in Brazil. The Pukamani ceremony, funeral in Australia. So these are Aboriginals. And this is a funeral ceremony. It's always interesting difference in like how cultures deal with death and passing, right? Both like historically, but also as we see here, although this was like in the 90s. I presume, if not all, a lot of these tribes and rituals are still present to this day, and costumes and cultures. But it's always been very interesting to me how differently we approach the topic of just passing away. Both like with different religion, cultures, which ties into each other obviously. Look at the rainbow, bro. And it's always been interesting to me how specifically in like the West, that's mainly what I can speak on, right? How even though we have a majority religion where we believe in like heaven, right? So the existence of something greater after passing, assuming you enter heaven, that is. Yet we are always so sad, and the whole ritual around death is so sad and mute when it comes to it. And then you see other cultures where it's like they celebrate death, or at least it seems like they do, with dancing, singing. Bro, so these are like what? So this is water, right? Because I see the ripples. But it almost looked like they were flying, because the reflection of the sky on the water, it was so clear. Where are we, in Savannah? Bro, this shot. What the hell? Is that rain? It is, bro. Oh no, wait! Oh my god! Bro, the shot, the editing? I thought those were like raindrops. This is the sound of rain. But, oh bro, they are doing some amazing shit here. These shots are so like, looks like, are we taking a peek into them or are they taking a peek into us? I'm trying to guess like kind of like where we are on the map. See, this is the urban hell that I like. I bet there's so many stories from just this area of the city. Are these graves? Holy shit. Where are we at now? Gorgeous shot, but are we in a ship or a submarine or something? Or a spacecraft? Could be anything. or even it could also be a hotel. Where does this guy look like a main villain in an anime? What is it, the US? Bro, look at all the taxes. And I thought Athens had a bad load of taxes. Yep, the US. I'm guessing New York. Whenever I see like this, the skyscrapers and a bad load of cars, I think New York. I'm already stressed. Just these two roads and the traffic. Yeah, look at this shit, bro. Where are you going? I bet jobs and shit, right? But now we've moved to the metropolitan cities. Look at the people go. Look at these ants go. Look at us working like ants for this capitalistic society to be able to drain every little bit of life you have inside of you. You're our work ants. Basically what this shit shows, bro. Yeah, I bet you're stressed. Also ironic how I was talking about capitalism, but this is probably China, I think. But still, China doesn't really have communism, let's be honest. I bet this job right now is probably being automated as we speak. If they even still make this, what are these? They look like motherboards. Yeah, these are keyboards, right? To me this is like hell. Like imagine doing that, like for life. You're just repeating the same thing again and 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 again. So you notice the contrast from like the slower paced scenery that we had prior, and now we're in the cities and we're watching mass murder of chicks, bro. Is this another parallel? I could never pronounce that word. Yeah, look at this. How we say pigs for slaughter, like chicks for slaughter. Yeah, this is us. Look at us. Bro, I cannot be watching this with the little baby chickens, bro. Bro! All those videos where they show you how they make a lot of the shit that we eat and we buy. I never watch those videos. Bro! Like, how do you go to bed at night after you do this? As a work, as a job. The way they were throwing them like they were like lifeless things. No, bro, I'm not gonna see this. I'm not gonna see this. If they're killing these chicks, I'm not seeing this. I'm not. No. I can see people being beheaded. I'm genuinely not watching this. No, you're not gonna make me. No. I'm not seeing this. Fuck you. No, I'm just not. It's okay. I understand. I get the message. I'm not watching this, bro. Okay. I avoid those fucking videos for a reason. When they pop up in my fucking algorithm. No, bro. I get the message. I get it. But no. And I'm such a hypocrite too, because I still like eat chicken. So like fuck me, right? Horrible human being right here. You win, Baraka. You win. Wait. No. Is Baraka mocking me, bro? Documentary. No, I was not expecting the mirror raised right at my fucking ass face. Look at them. They knew it. They have to have known, bro. This is not an accidental shot. This transition is not accidental, bro. I swear to God. This transition was for people that did what I just did. And it's brilliant. If this person removes the face and they have on clown makeup, that's me, bro. Please have clown makeup. Okay. Nah, I don't know who this is. That isn't me. That is not me. Is body okay? Bro, I have an exorcist I can call. Look at it. Here's her hair face. Not impressed by any of this shit. Are we traveling through sex work places? Yeah. This is the dance that like it became viral a couple of years ago. People were making fun of the faces that they were making, and it's like just ignorance at its best, bro. It's like it's a performance dance style. Yeah, they're gonna also make faces. Is body okay? Bro, I have an exorcist I can call. Horrible human being right here. Damn. Are we going to experience fucking war? Humanity's worst creation, weapons, especially weapons of mass murder and destruction. Like for a wall to be named the Wailing Wall. Like you all understand the connotation? And this is Last of Us. Are these oil rigs? The glasses, bro. Like, were these really supposed to protect your eyesight? Auschwitz, oh fuck. Yeah. We all know what happened in Auschwitz. That's why you showed us, bro. They showed us the fire, and then they took us to Auschwitz. Okay, documentary. Oh Jesus. Do they still have this? If you go to Auschwitz now? Because I know they do like historical tours. These are, I assume, are all the people that were killed in Auschwitz, which is morbid as fuck. And then, are we going to see more mass death sites? What happened in the 12 Slang Museum in Cambodia? See, we know about like what happened in Auschwitz, but this other clearly death-filled places right here, we don't know. I saw in the description that it's about the Cambodian Civil War. I don't know much about the Cambodian Civil War. Matter of fact, I don't know anything about it, so it's gonna be interesting to see what I learn about it. Bro, turn this into a fucking horror movie. So we're showing all the dead people, and then we're showing the cause of the death a lot of the time. I don't know what this dude is, but he has aura. Terracotta Army Mausoleum. See, I need to know the backstory of some of these. Persepolis comes from Greek, right? Polis is city. Perse, the Persians, the Greeks would call them Perses. So Persepolis, the Persian city, or the city of the Persians, which would be in Iran. Modern day Iran, that is. I was wondering when we were gonna get to the pyramids. We can't have a documentary of like humanity without the pyramids. One of the most interesting structures that we have remaining. The Temple of Ramses. This is like the ancient of ancients. Look at what we built, bro. We stopped building giant statues. Why? Like, was like the Statue of Liberty the last great big statue that was built? I mean, look at the detail in this shit, bro. These are a lot of times, these are carved on stones. What a shot. Also, sea coast cities, also type of cities I love. People are praying, bathing, washing their clothes, all in the same river. Saving, body painting. Are these dead? Oh, I was gonna be like, do they let them in the river or they burn them? This man is cool as hell. Probably doesn't even consider it. See what I'm saying regarding, like, look at the colors on this epitaph basically. At least I'm assuming this is what this is. Where ours is like all black. Although I would say like the burning of the dead is a bit extreme. Assuming this is what this is, right? I might be just completely basic. Oh no, this is what this is. This is exactly what this is. Bro. What a shot. Then we go straight back into cloud waves. That's what clouds are. These are fucking sky waves, bro. What a shot! Is she gonna ring bells? I think I have seen this ritual dance, last dance. Planning me again. What is this ritual also called? I've seen this before too. It's in Turkey, right? This has to be a yaya. These close-ups of these people are so piercing every time. Here is the Mecca, right? Like I guessed in the beginning, this imagery is very much religion-like based. Ritual rather, I should say ritual. Which is often tied, or are often tied with religions. This is Italy, right? Bro. Where are we now? What the hell is this? What are these diamonds? Why are they sparkling at my face like that? What type of cathedral was that? And who were they trying to impress? No, this is beautiful. Any practice that does that type of stuff I love. Similar to how they do with like little balloons with the lights, candles rather. They do them in a lot of cultures. Do it here in Greece too. But in Asia I've seen this a lot and I love it. It's just something very beautiful about it. I don't know why. What type of shot are they going for here? So we enter this guy's head. And then we exit it in this temple with the stars. Right? Are the stars? Yeah, probably. I wonder who first came up with the idea of a time lapse. They were like, we're just gonna put the camera here, record their whole thing. Was probably done for research purposes, as most things, first. It's interesting, at some point they just stopped giving me like areas. This is Egypt. I can tell by the like what the statues are holding and their positioning. Is this like the Acropolis? Could be. This could literally be anything. This could be us spinning in space, or interestingly shaped rock. Either of the two. Beautiful shot. They have to take us in space at some point, right? I feel like at some point this view is going to change into like a view of the Earth from a space. Or not. Oh! Ron! My guy, you did like an insane job. Had to be behind the camera as well. Whoever took I see the same three names, because clearly this was a passion project for them. I will, Archangel, 100% this is to be watched on like a cinema screen, I swear. Watching this on like my modest sized monitor and it still blew me away. Now I can only imagine what it would look like in a fucking home cinema screen, or a fucking on a huge screen that is, that it really like, it would literally blow my brain probably. I don't know what the idea behind this was. It was, as I said, very religious based, but the imagery and the sound design, guys, I don't know, you need to watch this with headphones on. If you don't have a fucking home cinema setup, watch this with headphones on, because you need to hear the sound design in this. When it was the beginning where they started chanting, bro, in my headphones, that shit was insane. It's so inspiring, because then you think about it, this is just one rock in the universe, and there are so many multiple universes, and look at everything that exists and has existed on top of this fucking rock that is just going and going and going and going in space. Yeah. Every time I watch documentaries, though, I'm kind of like just. It fills me with so much inspiration and leaves me a bit awestruck. But just all the different cultures, sites, creations that exist on our fucking earth. Then all those different life experiences that exist on this earth. Again, this was in the early 90s. I wonder if there's any of the cultures or tribes or places that they showed here that have been significantly altered by today. Because I know there are some, not reservations, some tribes and cultures that have been slowly going extinct. Which, although sad, I do feel like it's kind of like a natural type of thing. Because if this documentary, for example, showed us anything, is the difference and how many different type of civilizations have existed way prior to us, and will exist, of course, way after us. But at the same time, it is a bit like, you know, kind of like, oh, that thing that existed that is no longer going to be existing after a period of time. This was so different from most of the things I've watched. Usually in the documentaries that I've seen, there is at least some type of like information and narration, just either written, but most of the time spoken. So it was so different seeing this, where it's literally just you taking this imagery that we are presenting you. There is a narrative presented throughout this documentary that you can make parallels again with what I'm showing you, and you can make things up with your own thinking and brain. We're presenting you this imagery that can speak to you in many different ways. And whether you are in awe or you end up doing what I did, which is closing my eyes when the chicken were being killed, and then we're gonna mock you by the still image of the person covering their eyes. This was artistic as hell, and it just makes me want to travel more. Ultimately, because you know, you do need probably to experience most of these places at least once before you die. I'm gonna be honest. Someday I might become a travel vlogger, who knows. Only guys, I'd recommend you guys watch this again at your own time, because in this reaction you're not gonna be able to take this in. You do need to watch it on a big screen, the biggest screen that you have, and take it in with your headphones and take in everything that is presented. So I'd recommend, even if you've seen this reaction and you watch it for the first time, this documentary, do watch it on your own time as well, on the big screen, not on this little box that I'm gonna have it in, because you definitely need to experience this as well. This was an experience, you're right, Archangel, definitely. This was like what, one hour and a half, and it just flew by, for real. That's it for me though, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in another one of these reactions, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, guys.